Hello there, my name is Suma. In today's video, I want to talk about a serious case from Malaysia that is still under investigation. For those who don't know, a 19-year-old student named Nurfisha Zulkifli was murdered in Kelantan. But instead of focusing on the case itself, I want to look at how it has been presented online, specifically by a content creator. The channel I'm going to talk about today is Donivia channel. He usually made videos relating to viral incident online that specifically happened in Malaysia. It usually goes with him explaining what happened, show clips of the topic that is available, and then express how he feels related to the topic, before ending his video by thanking his supporter and show clips of him advertising a product. He also adds some funny reaction clip that he usually uses in almost every single video. A very simple style, you cannot go wrong with it. But the question is, does the same style work the same for every single topic? As I'm recording this, he has made 4 videos regarding to this case. The first one being this video that was posted on 2nd May. Watching that video, you can see him talking about a horrible incident in a car, and you can see his child was sitting at the back. You will notice that this isn't his usual place where he records. The video continued with him sharing the information while walking around in Malacca, and then ending the video with thanking his supporter and wishing the best for the victim's family. There's a bit of a concern I have regarding to this video. One of them with the fact that he isn't recording in his usual room. It is understandable that he is outside and is unable to record in his room at the time. Recording in a car is totally fine, even for a serious topic. It's just that his presentation seems very distracted. There's a moment where he kept repeatedly looking away from the camera toward the road or somewhere outside the frame briefly before looking back again. Now, I cannot fully confirm whether he was driving or not, but honestly my criticism still stands either way. If he was driving, recording yourself at a time for a video about a murder case is poor presentation choices. And if he wasn't driving, the presentation feels somewhat distracted compared to his normal uploads where he usually maintains eye contact with the camera much more consistently. In fact, you can even notice the difference when the car stopped moving. During those moments, he suddenly focused on the camera much more. The same issue also appeared during the outdoor walking segment, when the constant location change make the video feel more like a casual vlog than a carefully presented discussion about an ongoing murder investigation. But as far as I want to criticize this part, we should acknowledge that he didn't record like this on his next video talking about the same topic. But choosing to record yourself when you are busy, especially when the topic is about a murder case, makes me question your working decision at the time. What made me uncomfortable wasn't just the casual recording setup, it was the fact that explicit details about the murder were being discussed while his child was visibly sitting in the back seat.
Jasad arwah ditemui dengan lebih 61 tikaman, yang mana ada juga aku difahamkan sebenarnya jumlah tu lebih daripada 61 sebenarnya. Tikaman-tikaman tu dijumpai dekat bahagian badan, dekat leher dan juga dekat muka.
We're talking about description involving stab wounds, the condition of the body, and where the victim was found. In my opinion, topics like this deserve a more controlled environment, especially when children are present during the recording process. Now, it is possible that the kid was told to mind their own business while he was recording. However, they still carry the duty of presenting such information carefully, especially when the channel chooses to make a video about this incident. For example, he could record it when he's at home or in the car after parking it while asking his family to wait outside for a bit. Since his usual format is informing the news, express how he feels about it, and taking his viewer, I'm pretty sure this won't take that much time to record. I'm not trying to make fun of his format. There's nothing wrong with having an easy and simple style, but it doesn't seem unreasonable to expect a more controlled recording environment for a topic this serious when a format you follow isn't difficult. Now let's talk about the second video where he records on his studio, giving us the current information that was available at the time. He shows some real photo like the suspect and place where the victim's body was discovered, but when it comes to showing the photo of the victim, he uses an AI enhancement image and potentially AI generated image. After the first segment is over, it transitioned to an advice segment before thanking his supporter and wishing the best for the victim family. Also mentioning where he add 2 reaction clip that is used multiple times in this video.
Katanya sayang. Takkan sampai macam tu sekali kau tergamak untuk buat orang yang kau sayang.
Betul pun.
Buat benda-benda macam ni. Mudah sangat tangan tu naik, mudah sangat nak buat keputusan sampai macam tu sekali. Kenapa sebabnya? Apa sebabnya?
Betul.
The first thing I'm gonna point out a bit is the reaction clip he used. This is one of his style because I see this clip being used in other video as well. It's not a horrible act or anything, but whenever it pop up in a video with a heavy topic, it feels out of place. Because if the clip were removed, it doesn't really harm anything in the video. It would even make the video look more serious in handling the topic. But I do want to remind you that it happened only twice in the video, so it's not a lot. It's not that messy. Now let's talk about the usage of AI enhancement. Like I informed, this is only used for the victim. If you see the AI enhancement image, it is said that you need the channel permission to use said image. I was confused with the use of enhancement here when the original image isn't that blurry. I'm also confused with the video saying you cannot use that image specifically when you claim it's an enhancement, because clearly you didn't own the original image and all you did is ask AI to enhance the image. The thing is, the video show a real image of the victim at some point as well. A real one that isn't enhanced or generated. So I was confused on the necessary smoothness look here.
Teknologi kes arwah Nurfisha Zulkifli seorang mungkin lah. PDRM maklum kan, hasil berdasarkan aku faham parents arwah Nurfisha.
Hello, this is NA editing. I tried to find the original image, but I cannot seem to find it. Well, when I'm searching it, I also find like some AI image of her, and I'm like, is this real image like fake or is not real? But luckily I do got the real image, and the only reason I have this real image is because my friend's friend have it. We might as well just compare the real image and the AI one side by side, and you can see that the AI enhancement just really had something in the image that isn't real. Like for example, you can see the eyebrow and the eyes look completely different. Now, about the potentially AI generated image, I'm gonna talk about it later because it also appeared in the third and fourth video as well. Now let's talk about the advice segment.
Anyway, aku pernah mimpi tau, aku tamatkan nyawa orang. Aku masih ingat lagi perasaan bersalah, rasa sedih, rasa hopeless, dan aku ingat lagi berkali-kali kat dalam mimpi tu aku berdoa, aku berharap supaya semua yang jadi ni cumalah mimpi. Aku berdoa sangat semoga aku dapat balik hidup aku yang sebelum ni, bukan hidup yang melarikan diri sebab takut. So korang imagine lah, ini ialah perasaan aku yang dah 30 tahun lebih dah apa hidup kat muka bumi ni, dan budak ni pula baru 19 tahun, baru nak kenal real life. Kenapa boleh terfikir benda-benda macam ni? Kenapa boleh buat benda-benda macam ni?
It transitioned to him telling a story where he on stream about killing someone and pray multiple times where he wished he has the life before he killed someone. The reason he say all of this is to express how could someone do such horrible action like murdering someone at an early age. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with him sharing that story. I understand the point he was trying to make. My issue is more with how out of place the segment feels within the video itself. We don't even talk about how silly the advice transition is. People sometimes use their own experience as a way to relate or express something they cannot express. Feeling can be difficult to deliver. However, talking about your own nightmare about killing someone within this video feels like you inserting or centering yourself without realizing. But before I continue, I do want to clarify that the second video is no longer available on the channel at the time I'm making this video. The only reason I'm still discussing it is because I downloaded the video earlier before it was deleted. And to be fair, I don't know the exact reason why it was removed. It's possibly that he deleted because of backlash or because he reconsidered some part of the video for completely unrelated reason. I'm not going to assume his intention here. I'm only bringing it up because I think it's important to provide the full context on how this case was covered across all 4 videos he uploaded. The third video goes with informing new details, showing real clips from news, and then suddenly transitioning to advertising a horror movie teaser before continuing in presenting new information. He also used a reaction clip like the second video. He used AI enhancement image as well, but this time he didn't clarify it was AI enhancement. And even the permission thing. He also used the same potentially AI image he used like the second video. I also have to mention the way he censors some word in his video, like censoring the word knife and stabbing.
Lain kesan-kesan dekat banyak bahagian, dekat muka.
On the fourth video, he gave us the new information and then also using AI image to present a scenario that happened with the victim, like how she get in the car before the horrible event. And then he continued with saying how sad he feel for the victim before the video goes dark and transition into advertising horror movie. After the advertisement is over, he continued with giving more information before saying how he feels related to the news. The video ends with him thanking his supporter and him advertising a product. The first thing we should talk about is word censorship. I want to clarify that he didn't censor the word knife and stabbing in his first and second video.
Lebih 61 tikaman yang mana ada juga. Tikaman-tikaman tu dijumpa dengan 61 kesan tikaman. Punca pembagian arwah Nurfisha ialah disebabkan tikaman berganda dekat bahagian dada. Selain kebanyakan tikaman tu dia bertumpu dekat bahagian kanan badan.
I do understand that this is probably related to YouTube guidelines. However, the way he censored those words is a bit unprofessional. Basically, the way he censored it is by making a stabbing hand gesture.
Kesan dekat banyak bahagian, dekat info, dia balik tu sebab dia nak ambil. Tapi macam mana pun, arwah.
Now, the inconsistency of censorship can simply be a small mistake, but my only problem is that the censorship could probably be done more appropriately. I was also confused with his censorship of the word lucha, where he said luch, when in the same video you see the police officer said the word, and he didn't censor that police.
Masa direman, dalam phone sus tu ada banyak video-video luch. Dari situ, aku macam rasa mungkin kita dah boleh dapat tangkap dah.
Bila kita tangkap, kita rampas handphone. Dalam handphone ada filem-filem lucah dan sebagainya.
Now, it is possible that this is just his way of not saying some words, because some people don't like to say what they consider a bad word, where they don't say the real word but say it's slightly different. I see some people here in Malaysia does this. Now let's talk about the horror advertisement. When I was watching this video, I was surprised that the advertisement was placed in the middle of the video, where he was still talking about the new information related to this case, especially an ad about a horror movie.
Tadi dihadapkan dekat Mahkamah Magistrate. Aku difahamkan juga sebutan semula dan pengurusan kes akan dibuat pada 2 Julai ni sebab pihak pendakwa nak dapatkan dulu laporan daripada pakar.
Dan yang waktu sembah roh kang kesumpit ing peteng langgeng.
Specifically on the fourth video, where he talks about how sad he feels for the victim, and then the video goes back, transitioning into advertising said movie.
99 tu kan, aku rasa macam sakit jugalah hati dan juga terfikir kan, apa macam mana kan situasi arwah waktu tu kan, dengan orang kata tu dengan menahan kesakitan, keluar pula daripada kereta semua. Allah hai.
Dan yang waktu sembah roh kang kesumpit ing peteng langgeng ing sun.
Listen, I'm happy that he got paid to advertise this movie in this video, but to put an advertisement in the middle of a video where you talk about a real-life murder case makes the ad feel out of places, especially when the way the video transition is poorly made. People might come to me and say news channel do ad breaks all the time, which is true. However, the way they transition the ads isn't from the reporter being sad about the news to ads. They usually transition it by saying something like, "Before we continue, let's have a short break." They didn't add the ads in the middle of a segment. My advice when it comes to this situation is not to advertise the movie when making a video that have a heavy topic like this, especially if it's a horror movie. But if you were to told by your sponsor to add those advertisements in your video anyway, at least add it at the end of the video. Sure, it is still a bit inappropriate, but at least it wasn't bothering the main topic of the video. But I will admit, the video he made right after the fourth video does have this horror movie ads being placed at the front or the end of the video, which is a great improvement. However, the fourth and the third video is still available to watch in his channel. The ad mistake is still present, which should be criticized. I'm happy the creator improved, but his mistake is still available to watch. Doesn't mean he is bad forever, but the mistake he made just stay visible in the internet. But what about the potentially AI generated image? If you are wondering why I said potentially, it's because it's not a real image since it didn't appear in the news. It also didn't say it was made by AI or you need the channel permission to use it, because his video before this has those clarification. And the only reason I said it is potentially AI is because the style is the same with those other AI image he had that include those details. Now, what I want to criticize here is the necessity of using those images when it's not real. Those image is used when the creator explains some information.
Arwah Nurfisha awalnya keluar dengan seorang lelaki naik Honda City color hitam. Basically, dia pergi lunch sebelum dia balik ke rumah dalam pukul 1 tengah hari. Untuk info korang, lelaki yang naik Honda City ni dia bukan suspek utama. Belah malamnya pula lepas tu, arwah keluar dengan sus naik Prado Beza warna putih yang mana ikut ke 999.
Some might say it is used because we don't have any photo regarding those events, but if that is the case, why use those images? Why, with it being potentially AI imagery, someone need to prompt something like make an image of the victim in this situation to the AI in order to create those images? I'm not denying we don't have image regarding to those events, but that doesn't mean using an image that is an interpretation of the event is appropriate. Some of you might argue that there are many videos out there that doesn't use a real image but instead make an animation to portray those events, so for me to say it is a bit inappropriate to use those AI imagery is like me overreacting. It is true those videos exist, however those videos are usually made months or years after the event happened, and usually those videos is made after the investigation is over, making those videos being classified as storytelling or a documentary video. Not saying that all of those videos out there were made in good condition, but my point is the video is made not in a storytelling style, but rather spreading recent news style, as you can see that he makes 4 videos about this topic already, with most video being less than 8 minutes, while storytelling or documentary video can go to more than 30 minutes. With the style of the video being mostly spreading recent news, I found it to be out of place for this channel to use AI imagery when throughout the video, he has used real photo of the victim for suspect and even the road where the body was located. We might as well talk about the thumbnail, and I don't even know if this sounds rude, but it is very clickbaiting. Now, I know it looks very AI-ish, but I will say that it's not fully AI. It is edited thumbnail with AI material. I mean, possibly AI material, because some of them have same background, but I noticed one thing. This part in the thumbnail said, artwork by Donivia, all rights reserved to, and then it got cut. You can see it in the right corner of the thumbnail. Okay, artwork by Donivia. So, you decided to create the victim's face scared in a car with what seemed to be a silhouette of an old man, despite you know that the suspect being 19 years old. And you do all of this for a thumbnail. After all, we didn't see this artwork appear in the video, and this image only exists in your thumbnail. Not saying that if this image appear in your video, it would be fine. I can say I get it on why he create the image even when it's a bit too much, because it is kinda realistic in an interpretation way that the victim is scared when the suspect kills her. It's just that it looks very dramatized as a sake of catching people's eyes. I'm just not sure if you need to go that far to make a thumbnail when there are many videos out there where they talk about a murder case just like this YouTuber, yet their thumbnail is completely different. As I'm making this script, I try to look at his other video that has heavy topic just to see if the current video is actually an improvement, or to see if he did a better job in his past video. One of the video I watched is the one where he talks about Zara. Now I will admit I didn't watch all of them because he makes a lot of video talking about it, but some of them that I do watch has the same mistake he did in his current video. In conclusion, there's nothing wrong with making a video talking about heavy topic. The key is to present it with care. The mistake I see from this creator comes from his casual simple routine. Almost every single video have the same routine and style. This is the way the channel made their video, and it's great when you find your style, but not every topics work well with our casual routine sometimes, and that is something content creator will learn at some point. If it doesn't match well with your style, the choice is to compromise or not make a video about the topic. Both choices is up to you, and none of it is a wrong choice. I know some people might criticize me for using national news standard when I criticize this creator, but the thing is, I'm not criticizing his setup. I'm only criticizing his presentation on this specific topic. And the truth is, you can be a content creator even with a horrible setup, because the key has always been your presentation, not your expensive equipment. If you look at my channel, I make story time videos sometimes, and my style on video like that is totally different compared to my criticism video. It's all because I don't want to present them the same way I present my casual video. So please don't harass this creator. I don't think he's a jerk even when he make those mistakes. He always wished the best for the victim's family when he covered this topic. So rather than attaching this mistake on this creator forever, I wish we see this as an example on why presentation matters regarding to the topic we made. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a nice day.